So I understand you have this term that I read on your website that you call the last mile in analytics. And this kind of describes why businesses struggle to utilize data and influence action. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, this is a term we coined a long time ago as we were thinking about this challenge. And this was back in the day when people called it business intelligence. So I think we originally called it the last mile of business intelligence, but it really, relates to a lot of the investments and efforts that have gone into data science, machine learning, all the advancements that have occurred since then. There's always a lot of focus on gathering data, analyzing that data, building models around it. And what we found is that there still remains this gap of how do you take that data and communicate it in a way that it's going to influence the people who can take action on that data. Often the people who can take action on it are not as analytical by nature as the people who are working on the data. Whether they're frontline decision makers, executives, whether these are operational decisions or strategic decisions, reaching those people and presenting data, visualizing data in ways that are going to help them know what it means, and really, most importantly, know what action they should take based on that data, is something that has, existed when we started talking about this term 10 or 15 years ago, and it exists just as much today. The more data we have, I think this problem still persists. And this is, again, kind of the goal and the vision for our company, is to help find a way that anybody can take that data and make it part of how you communicate with other people in an organization so that smarter decisions are being made.
Yeah, in my background, I studied data warehousing, and I studied a business intelligence tool called Cognos. It's just mind-bending amount of work to dig through to get just the smallest insights and all the data, and just unbelievably complicated.
So there's these different skill sets. So there are the people who are deep in that data and where they relish digging around in that data and analyzing it. But often those people are not as effective at thinking about how do they tell a story with that data. How do they understand what their audience needs to know so that they deliver just the right amount of data?
Yeah, that's a different problem to solve. It's like you were saying, you're working in data analytics and you realize the real issue is actually how do you communicate that data in a creative way where people aren't just looking at boring data. They're looking at a story and something that's exciting, and they can get it right away.
Yeah, so that gap, that last mile that we talked about is, it's not so much a technology thing. We've been saying this for a long time. It's not a technology gap. There are lots of tools. It's more of a social, personal, and skills challenge. It's a mindset. It's about the person who's doing that analysis needs to have empathy and an understanding of their audience so that they know that, they know the best way to show that data in a way that's going to really reach them, so that they'll do something about it.